Hi guys, LizLib02 here, and today I'm going to be making some peanut butter cookie dough with crunchy peanut butter. Doesn't actually matter what kind of peanut butter you use, but I'll talk more about that in a minute. Let's get started. You're going to start off with your ingredients, gathering your ingredients. You're going to need 1 tablespoon of peanut butter, 1 medium egg, and well, I have a medium egg, doesn't really matter what size egg you use, just 1 egg. Going to need a tablespoon of butter, going to need 5 tablespoons of sugar, and 8 tablespoons of plain flour. So, me and my friend Lauren Saunders were actually discussing peanut butter cookie dough. Well, we were discussing cookie dough, but my favourite is peanut butter. And I made these the other day and everybody liked them. And then to stir and mix and stuff, I'm going to need 2 tablespoons, 1 for wet ingredients and 1 for dry ingredients. So the wet ingredients would be the butter and the peanut butter, and the dry ingredients would be the sugar and the flour. A wooden spoon, and optional, if you've got one, an electric beater. If you don't have one, you can just use your wooden spoon. So let's get started. I don't want to talk for too long. You're going to start off with putting 1 tablespoon of flour, 1 tablespoon of butter, 1 heaped tablespoon of butter into the mixture. I've just got this much, and just going to put it in my fancy pink bowl. Ta-da! Simple. Can't do that thing. Yeah, I can't do it. Next I'm just going to put this to the side because we'll be using it for our peanut butter in a minute. I'm going to get my dry spoon and I'm going to put 5 tablespoons of sugar in with my butter. My mum said to me one day, "Oh, you can make some cookies if you want to." And she said, "Oh, just look on the internet for a recipe." So I looked on Sorted Food, and they were just using too much fancy stuff. And I was like, no thanks. So I tried to do this recipe myself, and it actually worked. So I have some butter and sugar in here. I'm going to start off with my wooden spoon just until this butter softens. Then I'm going to use my electric mixer. So just going to start off. All you have to do is you're just going to stir, and then so you're going to stir it, get a bit of sugar on the spoon, put it onto the butter, and then crush the butter. And then you can also just get a bit of butter on your spoon and stir it into the sugar. You can use your hands if you really want to. I mean, I guess you could, but my butter is softened. Once lots of sugar has started sticking to the butter, then you can get onto your electric mixer. If you want to, you can just use your wooden spoon if you want to. It's completely up to you. Sugar. That's quite funny. So I'm just going to move this over here so the wire's not in the way. Just going to put it on satin. My electric beater has settings 1 to 5, and I'm just going to put it on to setting 1 for now. And I'm going to keep doing this. I'll be back in a minute. Okay, so I just did that for about a minute, and it's gone kind of like this. And that's when you know you're done. I'm just going to get my wooden spoon again and get everything into the center of the bowl and just push everything together so that it's kind of like one big mess instead of one mess all over my bowl. And I'm just going to scrape off your spoon. And that is your peanut butter, no, not peanut butter, you're just butter and sugar creamed together. Now you're going to get my wet ingredients spoon, and I'm going to put 1 heaped tablespoon of peanut butter. You can use crunchy or smooth. I like to use crunchy because then you get like crunch of peanuts in it and it's just yummy, yummy, yum. Yeah, you can use smooth if you want to. And if you do not like peanut butter, here's my heaped tablespoon. If you don't like peanut butter, you're going to add double the amount of butter. You're just going to do the recipe as normal, but instead of adding peanut butter, you're going to add 2 tablespoons of butter. Because the peanut butter is a similar consistency and it all at the end contributes towards the texture of the dough. And if you do not have the right amount of creamy ingredients, it'll come out really crumbly and not nice. So just make sure you add 2 tablespoons of butter if you do not want peanut butter. But I'm using peanut butter, so I only added 1. So I'm going to start folding the peanut butter in. And if you don't know how to fold, you literally just go like this. You go around, and anything that's stuck to your spoon, you just put it back on top of the pile. Just go around and on the top, and then give it a little stir. And then once you've stirred it as best you can, I'm going to go ahead and use my electric mixer, and I'm just going to scrape it off because it's gone really sticky now. It will be really sticky if you touch it. Make sure you've got clean hands before you start doing this as well. I forgot to say that at the beginning. Yes, make sure you've got clean hands. Now I'm just going to beat it up and I will get back to you as soon as it's... Okay, so I have mixed it all up and it's kind of spread around the bowl again as the butter and sugar did. So I'm just going to get my wooden spoon and bring it all back into the centre of the bowl. And it is really, really sticky. It's kind of like paste-like. I will show you the consistency. This is the consistency. It will hold a peak, but it'll just flop off the spoon. So yeah. And now we are going to crack 1 egg, the whole egg, straight into the centre of the bowl. After I film this video, I'm going to film a cake mix video from scratch. And yeah, so what you do is you bring everything into the centre of the bowl, and then you're just going to get your spoon and you're going to create a ditch in the centre. You don't have to do this. And then once you've made your ditch, you're just going to push everything away till you've got kind of like a little throne for your egg to sit in. And now I'm just going to scrape my spoon to make sure everything gets fully incorporated, like so. So yeah, that is how you prepare the mixture before you crack your egg. Here I go cracking my egg. There is different ways to crack the egg. You can just like get a spoon or a knife, tap it and break it. But you can, or you can crack it on the side of the bowl. But I'm just going to crack it on my surface and pray that nothing falls down the side. Because if I leave a mess, I'll most probably get into trouble. Did anyone else hear that? I swear I heard my cat meowing. See? Oh. Make a little crack. That did not come out very well. So I'm just gonna crack it up a bit more. And then just gonna break it into its little throne. And it will start pouring out the sides, but that's fine. And now, you don't need to use a wooden spoon to prepare it this time. You're just going to go straight in with your electric beater, and I will be back as soon as it's done. Okay, I've beat it, and it has come up like a liquid. It doesn't hold its own peaks or anything fancy like that. After you've done this, we are not going to be needing our mixer anymore, so I'm just going to take the whisk bits out and just throw them in the sink so nothing drips and ruins the mixture. Just going to scrape the excess into the bowl, and to do that, just going to tap and then flip it over and tap. I'm just going to throw these in the sink. You can wash up as you go along, but for the purpose of the video, I'm not. Next, we're going to get, when I found it, dry ingredient spoon. And we're going to put 8 heaped tablespoons of plain with a P, plain flour. Because if you use self-raising, your cookies will rise and that will not be good. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then just a little half of 1 because the 7 didn't come out very good. Next, we are going to go back to the good old-fashioned wooden spoon, and we're just going to literally start off folding it, and then once it's all folded in, you can start mixing it. But the mixture will it won't soak up the flour. It will kind of just stick to it and become more dough-like with every stir. You're going to keep stirring until none of the flour is kind of falling off the edge by here. Until everything is fully incorporated. You don't have to do all of the stirring with your wooden spoon. You're going to do a little bit until it starts to form a dough. And then, with clean hands, you're going to scrape off your spoon and get your hands in there. So yeah, nice. It will be a bit sticky at first, and if you don't want your hands to get that sticky, you can keep stirring with the wooden spoon until all the flour is fully incorporated, but that will take a while. You can use an electric mixer, but I'm not gonna. Comment down below if you want me to make a cookie dough recipe with no egg in it, so that you can just eat it raw, or if you want me to make a cookie bowl or some cookie dough ice cream. Comment down below what you want me to make with the cookie dough, and I will make it for you on camera. So I'm just going to form it into a ball, and then any extra bits just going to roll up with it. And then we're going to scrape up all the bits of flour and stick them on. There's no actual instructions for how you're supposed to knead the cookie dough. Just however you want to knead it and play with it and squidge it up. That's how you knead it. Play with it and squidge it up. So I'm just going to make sure everything's fully incorporated. Then I'm going to show you. Yummy. Do you know what I had the other day? I had peanut butter cookies and milk. Oh, it was lush. So, here is my peanut butter cookie ball. You can add, if you want to, what's the word? Chocolate chips, anything. I'm just going to check if I've got any of that in my cupboard. So I found these in my cupboard, and it is called Chocoholics Delight by Fides Payne. And it's just a selection of different chocolatey things. We have chocolate flakes, white chocolate, what's the word? Oh come on, what are they called? Chips, white chocolate chips, and milk chocolate sprinkles. So because I made these before, and I did not put any chocolate in, and everybody loved them, so for the purpose of experimentation, fancy word, I'm gonna section off my cookie dough into 2 big pieces and then just 1 little piece. And to do that, I'm just going to use my dry ingredients spoon because I don't want to get any more wet ingredients in here. You don't have to do this, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to just slap and punch and poke if you really want to. I'm just going to flatten out my cookie dough a little bit, and then I'm just going to, with my spoon, draw a line. So I'm just going to go 1, 2, 3. Like this. That actually comes out as 4ths, but you can squidge these 2 together, but I'm not going to because I just had another idea. So we're going to take 1 bit of it, form it into a ball, and add in some chocolate. In this bit I'm going to add in the chocolate flakes. Yep, that's the right one. Where can I do this? I need a plate. I'm just going to go get a plate. My plates are over here. I'm just using a plate so that none of the sprinkles fall onto the other pieces of cookie dough or onto my surface. So here's my little ball of cookie yumminess. Just going to flatten it out. Sounded like Cherry Wallace then. Flatten. Just going to flatten it out. Put it on my plate like a pancake. Then you're going to literally sprinkle some either straight onto your cookie dough, but I'm going to do it on my hand. And then just put them on top. Depends on how much chocolate you actually want in here. I'm just gonna put it in sort of like a layerish thing. Top of my cookie dough, because don't forget it has to get incorporated throughout the whole dough. So that's how much chocolate I've put in. Looks like a chocolate pancake. Now I'm just gonna fold it in half. Whoops. I'm gonna fold it in half and press it down so it looks a bit like this. Looks like an American taco. Yum. You can actually just bake it like this, and hopefully all the chocolate would melt in the inside and be all yumminess and yeah. And then we're going to fold it in another half and then squidge it down. Squidge, 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 squidge. Then we're going to go in a half, in another half and squidge. And then you can break it apart and then just incorporate it all yummy peanut. Incorporate it throughout. Yum. So that is cookie ball number 1. Next we're going to get another big section. I'm going to put this back in the bowl. Another big section. We're going to make it a ball. And we're going to flatten it out. And then to this one, we are not going to add anything that we haven't used before. That's the wrong spoon. I'm just going to get some of the peanuts in here. So here's some of the peanuts stick to the side. Yep. And we're just going to put that on there and mix it all in. And this one, people think it makes it a bit more stickier, but it doesn't, because we didn't add a lot. It just makes it yummier and creamier. And that is that. Simple. Place it in the bowl. So far we have a chocolate chip, plain, and now we have 2 small ones. I'm just going to take one, and this is what I'm going to do with the whole taco shell idea thing. I'm going to make a mini taco, flatten it out. If any of you have tried Reese's, anything Reese's, like Reese's peanut butter cups, oh, I'm addicted to them. I will hopefully make some. I just don't have any chocolate at the moment. So yeah, that's that flattened out. Fail. Try again. If this don't succeed, then try again. Yeah, that's what my dad always says. So it's that. Just gonna press in between my hands and then squish it with my thumbs a little, just until it's flattened out. So I'm gonna put it on our plate and flip it until it kind of spreads out a bit more, because you want it to be flat and kind of get bigger, but you don't want it to break. So we're just gonna keep doing it. Right, this is failing. I will get back to you as soon as I've got it. Okay, I've come to the conclusion that my cookie dough hates me, so I've just made it into a smallerish circle. Now I'm going to let it rain sprinkles. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a few white chocolate ones, because they're yummy. Put them into the middle. Get them all into the middle in a little huddle of chocolateness. I get some chocolate flakes, what we put into the other one. I'm just going to put them in, a bit more on them maybe. And then I'm going to get the chocolate, yes I did it, strands, and we're going to put some of them in. Lol. So yeah, then we're going to bring everything in a bit, and it came out like this. And I know it looks sickly and gross, but when we fold it over you will not see all of that yumminess inside. Flatten it out a little tiny bit, and then we're just going to crimp the edges, and then we're going to kind of fold them and shape them a little bit so that nothing breaks. And then I can just arc it back out. And please don't break on me. I'm going to use this because I'm scared it's going to break. I'm just going to lift it up a little bit. And look at that, it broke. But that's okay because we can just put it back on here, and then our other little piece, we're just going to get a bit more cookie dough, and then make it in a flat circle like this. It's not really a circle, but don't diss me. And then we're going to cover up our little broken bit. Sort of. Well, it does stick a little bit because it's cookie dough, it sticks. Deal with it. Yes, that is one chocolate taco. And then I'm just going to check if any of the other side is broken, and just pinch it a little bit to reinforce it. And that should be your chocolate cookie taco yummy sorted. If it's lost its shape a bit, you just put it on the plate and shape it. It should be sort of like a semicircle, but you don't have to do it strictly as a taco shape. Can do it as any kind of shape really, but I just think the taco shape is the easiest to do because I'm not very artistic when it comes to, you know, moulding things and stuff. So yeah, it's easy. It's just a semicircle. Who doesn't know what a semicircle is? That's that, going straight into the bowl. I'm not going to fuss with it anymore, otherwise it'll break. And then with our last little ball, it is completely up to you what you do. I am going to make I'm going to leave it plain, and I'm going to use this for another video to make chocolate and peanut butter cookie dough ice cream. Saying that, I could just make some more. I'm just going to eat this one, I think. Yum. Okay, so today we made peanut butter cookie dough, peanut butter and chocolate cookie dough, a chocolate, oh, it's broken, a chocolate taco, let me go fix it, a chocolate taco, and we've left some plain to eat it, but I'm going to use some of it now just to fill in the broken spaces on my taco. And that should be your peanut butter cookie dough recipe used to make many different things. Wait for it. Sorted. Bye.